Welcome back, guys. We're continuing to crank up the Halo, and we're going to focus, I think, initially. I'm going to try and do a few things in this episode, but I'm going to focus initially on this supply or freight distribution node over here. And the reason I want to get that going is because we've already got stuff being put on over here in Maceley, right? So if we can get stuff being put on over here, then we can get the trains on this, and this can be Sector 2, supplying Maceley and Landsberg Heights and Winniston and Dogging. So that's what we're going to do. Right, first, let's... now, first things first, I'm going to get rid of these buildings. And I'm going to make this station a bit bigger, I think. I put extra lines in down the side, didn't I? Yeah, forgotten I did that. Get rid of those. And yeah, okay, cool. Let's crank you up to so we've got 4 platforms. I'm thinking we want to go up to the full 8. Like, what the hell? We want to go big on this, don't we, guys? Yeah, all right. So there we go. 8 stations. I'm going to leave the platform. Yeah, I'm going to leave those platforms. Okay. Right, so we want to double track this. We'll do the Spencer food line first, and then we'll get the fuel coming in, and then we'll see about some building materials as well, and see if we can get the whole thing flying. Now, I'm just wondering how I want to hook this up to this. So if I come off there, so yeah, high speed tracks. Yeah, that's fine. All right, that'll do. So let's pop you in, and then let's get you double tracked all the way up here. There we go. Across the river. I've got a sneaky suspicion. I seem to remember when I put this in, I said this was actually quite a nice bridge. Yeah, that's a good bridge. We want to keep that. So, but did I say I wanted to smooth this out, or did I do that? It looks alright. I don't see anything horrifically wrong with that. No, I can live with that. This is a 320, isn't it? Because I redid it. Yeah, it's 320. Cool. But we're going to extend it to 4 platforms. Oh, wow. Can't extend it to 4 platforms. Okay, that needs to be moved in a bit then. So, man. And of course, that train's in there. That doesn't help. Both of those are coming into that platform, and they can't get out. So, yeah, okay, we need to do some work here. Right, let's get rid of that. Take this back a bit. There we go. And we better take that back a tiny bit as well. Right, let's get rid of that, and we'll hook this up directly. So, what do we want? We want, I want at least 4 platforms. And I want it to be a 320 high-speed catenaries. Right. Let's flip you around. So you were there. Well, alright, let's put you... Oh, I don't know. Do we want to bring it in even closer? I think probably the closer we can get it, the better, don't you? Yeah, let's put it there. Because you never know. We might want to add other lines up here for something or other. So, yeah, I guess we're going to do it like that. Yeah, I guess we're going to do it like that. Right, so... we'll take this back a little bit further so that we can get a nice smooth curve coming in here. Because there's no point... Well, actually, that's probably about right. Yeah, okay. Now, that is currently coming into here. I've got to move it over to there, but that's okay. So, yeah, I guess we'll use the inside track then for this. In which case, I am going to take it back one more. There we go. Right, so we want you coming into there. Now, I just want it, like, if I decide to quad track this at some point, yeah, it kind of doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, that's fine. So let's put that into... Oh, no, hang on. Yeah, that's fine. And that's exactly what I want in actual fact, because I want to take the double track there. Off that side. Right. And then get it all the way back to here. Cha-ching. Alrighty, we've got our double track in. So that's doing that. And we're going to come up here. So if I put this on, now, where do I bring it into? Do I bring it? Should I bring it into? No, I wanted to leave one, didn't I? Yeah. No, we'll leave it into there. That's fine. That's fine. I can live with that. Okay, so we want some signals, don't we? Yeah. In fact, we want signals. We're probably going to want some more trains. Going to want all kinds of things on here. Right. So what are we doing? Signals. We want a signal there because they'll be coming up this side, and then let's put some signals there, and put some on the bridge. Yeah, go on. Come on. There we go. Cha-ching, cha-ching. And some up here. Boom, boom. And, okay, so we want a signal about there. And then we'll split there. Alright, cool. Alright, so we've got signals. Let's see. Is there a... Yeah, Spencer food line. Okay, so it's going from there. We need to add the new station, which is that one. Let's see. I'm going to have the fuel coming in on that side. I'm going to have the building materials coming in, I think, on that side. Which leaves an opening for maybe goods coming in on this side. Okay, that's fine. Alrighty, so you're working. The line's fine. We've got 2 trains on here, which are currently set up to haul food, which is exactly what we want. Right, now let's go deal with this side. This is the side that's going to change, because this is currently Spencer Grain, okay, and that has to change. We've got two trains on there. We had 4 trains on here, didn't we? Yeah, we had the Christopher D. Oh, hang on. Have we got 2 lines? No, there's only 1 line. We had the Christopher D. We had the Wyatt Spencer, but we also had the Evie the Mouth. No. That's the Rogie family, Evie the Mouth. I've got to remember the other 2 Spencers, which I can't remember. I think there are 3 Spencers. Yeah, I can't remember now. Whatever. But we definitely need more trains on here, and I'm kind of wondering. I thought there were more trains than that. Seriously, there can't just be 2 trains running up and down there. The hell's that's Spencer Grain? Oh, Spencer Grain too. I told you. Yeah. There you go. And this has got the Alex and the Maddie. There you go, Alex and Maddie. See, my memory's not that bad. Right. So why the hell? Oh, I got those 2 lines like that. Oh yeah, because I was running them into 2 different platforms, wasn't I? Yeah, I was. So what we want to do is take this back. What? Why can't I demolish that? Oh, now I can. Alright, let's take it back, because it curves a bit there. Let's take it back up here a little bit. Probably to about there. And then we'll bring it in straight down here into there. There we go. And from there up to there. Cha-ching. Right, that's giving us both lines. But what we need to do is put an X on here. So let's put an X on. Oh, come on. Okay, like that. And then, come on, work. Hooray, it worked. Oh my god, it actually freaking worked. I've been having trouble putting these X's in. The tracks haven't been liking it. Okay, so we're going to use that platform and that platform. Cool. And at the other end, let's go whiz up to the other end. Right, we're using that platform and that platform. Have we got an X in there? Yes, we have. So everything is looking pretty good. Alright, cool. Let's put a signal in if I can actually do it. Yeah, pass signal. That's the earliest I can put it in. So, all right, put a signal there. Oh, there's already one there. Oh, look at that. Which just goes to show that I put it in the right place. All right, cool. Get rid of you. So now let's put in. Oh, well, we've got signal. We've got signals there. Signals there. Let's put signals there. Okay. I'm going to put in quite a lot of signals on here because I anticipate putting more trains on this and trying to run it quite packed. But we'll see. So let's well, come on. Signal and signal. But I mean, you can't have too many signals. It's not exactly a problem. Boom and boom. All right. Right. That's all of those. And then we just want a signal now. We're coming up here. So we want a signal in there. All right. Cool. Looking good. Looking very good. All right, what we need to make sure now is that the trains are going the right way. Now, this train, as you can see, is quite clearly going the wrong way. So that needs to be flipped around. That's going the right way. That's cool. You are going the wrong way. Flip you around. And one more train we're looking for. You. That goes up there, goes into there, and then comes out on here. That goes up there, that comes out. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that works. I was just making. I confused myself then. Yeah, so you're going into that platform. That's fine. The thing is, we're currently hauling grain. We don't want to be hauling grain. We want to be hauling livestock. So, we're going to set these to be. Currently, I'm hauling like 3 lots of grain and 1 lot of livestock. We're going to change all of that. So, we are going to put in. Let's see. Oh, now, hang on a second. Are we running? No, we are running 185s. I thought for a second that we were running this as a diesel line. Did I change that? I don't remember changing it. I thought we were running 246s. Okay, 185s it is. So, a 185 with livestock going in these open wagons instead of the not open wagons, in these goods wagons rather than these open wagons. So we want let's get up to we're all 320 platforms, are we? So 315. That'll do. Okay, replace that 25%. Yes. So that's going to be those two, and then we want to do the same for this. So replace. Now, do I want to limit these so that they can only haul livestock? I don't think we need to. Set vehicle. Class 185 with goods wagon. I mean, potentially, it's a good point actually. Potentially, we could bring food back up here, which is then shipped on to places like Kidsgrove. That's an idea. In that case, I'm definitely just going to put these in with no limitations. So, what did I say? We want to go up 315? 315. And replace that 25%. Yes! Coolness. So, this is not going to be Spencer Grain anymore. This is going to be Spencer Livestock. And this will be Livestock 2. Boom, boom, boom. Livestock. Alrighty. 25%, yes. Okay, vehicles. Right, my God, we've done the Spencer food line. So that should immediately start cranking up and bringing stuff. Now, let's see. How's production been affected? We've got 2 farms going. So we're producing 500 from that one. And 478. But it's going to have to switch now to produce livestock instead of grain. So there's going to be some interruption to this service. I guess we'll keep an eye on these trucks and see if we need any more trucks. I'm guessing we might do. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Anything else that I need to play around with? So what's the production down here? The production down here is 742. Cool. Awesome. So we got 4 trains running up and down here, bringing the livestock. We've just got these 2, haven't we? Let's have a look. Vehicles. We've just got those 2. I wonder if we want to increase that now. I'm thinking we want to go to at least 3. And yeah, I think we probably want to go to 3 trains on there. So, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. Well, when are we going to put this in? Where are we going to have a depot? Oh, no, we can do it the easy way, can't we? Yeah, we can do it the easy way. We could just slap a depot on here. That works. Train. Depot. Flip you around a bit. There. That's where we want you to go on. To that platform. Yeah, awesome. So, you buy... We want a 185 buy with wagons that are only hauling food. Cha-ching. And we want 1, 2... Well, where the hell's this going? Oh, there it is. Let's lift you up a bit so I can see. So we want to go up to 315, don't we? There we go, 315. Cool. Awesome. And you are going to be put onto line, this is Spencer Foods. So TF Spencer Food. Alright, TF Spencer Food. Boom. Alright, cool. Right, TF Spencer Food. So we just put train 15 on, haven't we? Yep. Let's just double check the other 2, that they're going in the right direction. I think we already checked, didn't we? Yeah, that's going in the right direction. And the other one, train 68... You are going to the right. And train 69, we all know where train 69 goes, don't we? Train 69 goes to dogging. Oh, we like a bit of that. All right, so that's that done. Right, next, let's get the fuel done, I think. Now, as I remember, we were trying to do something weird over here, weren't we? We've got 6 platforms. 6 platforms over there. Now, why haven't we got them like lined up? I have no idea at all. Okay, so what line are you on? This is the Premier 2 Caton crude oil line. Now, what I think we should do here is have like 4 trains. Oh, I think I said this when I was messing around with this before. Is have 4 trains just going backwards and forwards. Because I want like different things doing different things. I think it's potentially a good idea. Don't know what you think. Yeah. So let's see. We've got 2 trains on there at the moment. I think we put them onto different lines. Yeah, I think we put them onto different lines. Okay, so in that case, we'll get this. Now, I'm just wondering about hooking like all 6 platforms up and why I put the extra platforms on. I have no idea why I put the extra platforms on. I have no idea why I did that. Or do I just leave it alone? I honestly do not know. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's put a little switch in there. Cha-ching. And then if we demolish that and then push this train onto that line. Cha-ching. 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 And one more cha-ching. Cha-ching. Alright. So now that we've pushed that onto that line, we can send that up there. Alright, cool. So these trains are literally just going to go backwards and forwards on their own little dedicated lines. Now, is there any advantage to doing it any differently to that? I don't think so, because of the short track. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Yeah, I think it is. Now, that does mean we're going to need to get trains onto these. And if we're going to set up 4 trains, which we are, we're going to have to set up 4 lines. So, let's get let's get that done. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. All right. So this one goes from Premier 2K Halt, which is this one, to Sittingbourne North, which is that one. Good. All right. So you're going to go from Premier 2K Halt to Sittingbourne, and so are you, and so are you. Okay, now how sensible has it been? Yeah, kind of, sort of sensible. Now, we don't need signals on this, because obviously it's a two-way track. Sorry, it's a one-way track. Well, no, it's, well, you know what I mean. God. Oh, worst explanation in the world. But what we'll do is we'll put some signals in here, and we're just going to use them for locking the routes in place, so that these different lines can't change platforms, which would be kind of disastrous. So let's see. Before we go into Premier 2K Hall, and you know what? So after they leave Sittingbourne Hall, we want to make sure that they go through the appropriate signal. So this one is going to go through that signal. This one is going to go through that signal. And this one goes through that signal. Can you guess what's next? Yes! This one goes through that signal. Right, now because they've got to go through that signal, they're locked to those platforms now, which is awesome. Okay, having done that, we need to get another couple of trains on here, and we probably need to, I don't know, do we need to upgrade these trains? Oh, I think we do. These are old trains. Oh, let's have a bit of upgrading going on, but we'll get some new trains on there as well. Now, how are we going to do this? Good question, really. I tell you what we could do. Should we do that? Well, I'll tell you what I was thinking of doing. What I was thinking of doing was putting a depot. No, I don't think it'll fit. I was thinking of putting a depot like, in the middle here. Would you go? No, you wouldn't. No, not quite. I was going to put it in the middle and then have tracks going onto each side. That would have been quite cool. Oh man. All right, never mind. Right, let's put you back, like down here, I suppose. I mean, I suppose we could put it. We could do something down by the station, but yeah. I'm just going to put it over here for now. At least for now. I might tie it up later and make it look a bit more special. Right, what do we want? We want tracks, high speed. So we want you to go onto there, like that. And we also want you to go onto there, which you won't from there. So what about from there? Like if I bring you out like that. And put you onto there. Cha-ching. Alrighty. So, now let's see. This train needs to be on the light green line, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So we need to switch you to line 1. And then we want 2 more trains. Buy trains. We want class 185s. Buy. With these are oil, aren't they? Yep. So we want this up to 316. Cool. We want 2 of those, and then you are going to be put on line 2, and you are going to be put on line 3. Right. This is Premier 2K and crude oil. This is crude oil. What can I? Oh man, there's no room. There's no room. So let's take out the crude. This is Premier 2K oil 1. And you know what? No, you know what? the oil in this, at least in this place, is Honkelbrief. So this is going to be Honkelbrief. Honkelbrief oil. And then maybe, there's probably going to be multiple Honkelbrief. And I don't know how I'm going to handle that naming convention. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. So this is going to be TF Honkelbrief oil 2. You can see where this is going. TF Honkelbrief, which I've spelt wrong. Honkelbrief oil. So if you're new to the series, Honkelbrief is a chemical acronym for the I forget what the group of elements is, but it's hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine, bromine, iodine, fluorine. So there you go. Mnemonic, I suppose. B-R-I-F. I missed the L, didn't I? Honkelbrief. Honkelbrief, oil 4. Oil 4. Boom. Okay, so now we've got that sorted out. We've got the trains going on there. Everything is good, fine and dandy. Excellent. My God. We're rattling along in this episode, aren't we? Right, so that's that sorted out. So that's going to bring tons and tons and tons of oil into here. Right, so now we've got to get that tons and tons and tons of oil shipped into here. Now, this is, I just want to double check. This is definitely a 320. Yeah, that's definitely a 320. And this is definitely a 320. Yeah, right. So what we need to do, this platform over here, are you a 320? No, see, you're a 240. I had a sneaking suspicion that that hadn't been upgraded. Right, let's, oh man. Okay. We need to push that out of there. Oh, I haven't finished. Let me do it now, because otherwise I'll forget. I didn't upgrade these two trains, did I? No. Oh, there we go. We in the middle of writing a comment? I bet you were. I bet you were. Dear Skystorm, you have forgotten to update the trains on the Honkelbrief oil on one and 2 lines. Right, so let's see. Replacement. This is going to be at 25%. Yes, but the vehicle's going to change. It's going to be a Class 185. Actually, let's just get rid of all of this. Plop, plop, plop. And then, what do we want? Then we want oil tankers. Plop, 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 up to 316. One too many. Cha-ching. Okay, that's so 25%, yes. And then this one, same thing. So 25% set vehicle. It's going to be a 185 with a load of these up to 316. 316 meters in length. 25%, yes. All right, cool. Now we're done. Right, now we can go back over here. So, yeah, we want to push this train off here because otherwise we won't be able to demolish this. So we'll demolish that first. And then we'll take this back a little bit. Like that. Now, I don't like the fact that that's a bridge at that point. So I think what we're going to do is let's take that bit of road back. I'd like this to be just like a little bit lower here. So let's get a freight station terminal. I'm going to put 2 platforms in. I'm not sure why, but just like for capacity in the future. This is probably going to end up being quad tracked, I'm guessing. We want 320 high speed. Okay. Let's drop you down a little bit. Lower terrain. Let's make you a bit bigger. So that kind of thing. Let's try that. So yeah, I mean, it's not like a huge amount down. I'll probably actually need to take it down maybe a bit further. Oh no, you know what? It'll go there. If it'll go there, then what the hell? Should we just put it in? Yeah, let's just put it in. Boom. And then we'll figure it out. Yeah, well, we're going to have to play around with the terrain at this end. There's no question. But what we'll do is push this back. We'll get rid of this bridge. Like that. Coolness. We'll come into, I don't know, we'll come into this platform. So we'll hook that up and then we'll say, no, I don't want a bridge. Cool. Cha-ching. Alrighty. Are we gonna, like, the thing is, like, are we gonna quad track this, like, straight away? See, if we've got 4 trains running up and down here, then I think this is like twice as long as this. So you're going to need like 8 trains on here. So I think we're going to have to quad track this. Yep, I think we're going to have to quad track it, guys. So let's just do it. Let's just bite the bullet. What are you complaining about? What are you upset about, you stupid piece of track? Let's relay that piece of track and see if that fixes the problem. So, pop you in there. Nope, doesn't like it. Alright, well, let's get the all-terrain tool. Blah, 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 blah. And see if it is happier now. Oh, no, it's still not happy. Okay, you're happy up to there. It's the next bit that you're not happy about. Oh, and now you're happy. Okay, well, good. You're happy, I'm happy. Alright, so we'd want to come out now. Let's bring it out to there for now and figure out what the hell we're going to do about getting into this station over here. So, I'm kind of guessing that if this is our building materials factory that we're going to use, and I can't really see a better one, so I think it is going to be that one. God knows where we're going to get stone from. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But let's assume we're going to use that for building materials. That's a nice straight run in there. So we'll put this on the outside tracks, and then this can use potentially the middle platforms. Does that work? Works for me. Good. So what we want to do is we want to put a track in here with an acceptable level of curvature. So we want to be going at least 100 miles an hour. That's fine, actually. That's like 109 all the way. And that points us directly at that. Yeah, that works. Now, thing is, do we want a tunnel? Oof. To be honest, I don't really want a tunnel. Or at least, if I'm going to have a tunnel, I don't want it to be that long, really. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's flatten this bit of terrain out a little bit, just here, so that we don't create a tunnel quite so early. So what the hell do I want to do? I want to lower terrain, so like that, and like that, kind of, sort of ish, and lower this down a bit. Okay, how's that? It's a bit better. Let's get this nicely smoothed off. Normally, I say I'll do it later, but this one, I kind of want to get this pretty good straight away. Okay. So you're just coming through there. Do I want to come down a little bit more? I think I probably do. Like that. Smooth that off a touch. Okay, how's that looking? Okay, I think we might be all right with that. Okay, let's run a track out and see what it looks like. So Yeah, I think I could probably... I don't know. I think I could probably live with that tunnel. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. Right, so we wanted this at least 100. So let's, I don't know, round about like that. Okay, cha-ching. Right, now we've got to quad track this. So let's bring you out. Now, can I get you to link up to this? No. So do I do 2 separate like tunnels? And I don't really like that idea at all. So, like, if we did it from there, how bad is that? 67. It's not great. It's not great, but I mean, you know what? We'll live with it. I'm gonna live with it. So, make you a tunnel. Good. Will you come out the other end? Yes, you will. Great. In general, I don't really like having quad-track tunnels. They've been causing me problems in the past. I'm still looking at this and thinking, you know, would I just be better off not having a tunnel there? I'm really, really tempted to not have a tunnel there. I mean, I do like tunnels, but they're just a bit of a pain. I'm debating with myself. I suppose we're gonna. I suppose we'll keep the tunnel. We'll keep the tunnel. So let's see. Let's run you out to like there, and run you out to like there. Ooh, 78. Yeah, we'll live with it. You're gonna be coming up that side, aren't you? Yeah, you'll slow down before the station anyway. So can we get a little bit more? Yeah, let's go up to 86. That's a bit better. Cool. Alrighty. So, then we want to run you through there. And you up the other side. My god, this is actually being relatively well behaved. It's actually been very well behaved, which is nothing short of freaking amazing. So, you come up there. Boom. Alright, so then... Now, we're coming up to the tricky bit. The tricky bit, which is not that tricky, is just getting across here. Now, this curve here, I think that maybe we want to curve that a bit earlier. And cross a little bit further up, but not have so much of a... That's a pretty brutal curve there. By the way, if you want to know what the speed is going to be on a curve like that, because like there's no way to know, if you just place a track alongside it, then you can see. No, that's actually that's okay. I mean, it's at least 100. But I think... Actually, are we going to be able to do much better? Yeah, we'll do better than that. We'll do better than that. And I don't like this freaking viaduct much anyway, so... We'll take this back. See if we could do something better. So let's take you back all the way up to there. And in fact, I'm going to go back one more section to there. Right. Oh, that's why I went round the outside, because of this stupid hill. Well, you know what? Yep, this stupid hill is going to be stupidly flattened. Not completely, but a bit. And then we'll have a cutting through here rather than like viaducts and all that nonsense. So let's flatten you off. Smooth that down a bit so that it's not quite such a brutal hill. There we go. Flatten you off. And you. There we go. Right. So. Let's do it like that. These trains aren't going to be doing over 100 miles an hour anyway, so... Don't think. And then you're going to come through like... Yeah, we really want to be pointing pretty much at that. We just want to be pointing just slightly to that side because that's going to curve around. So that would give us, I think, quite a nice curve. Right. And what's the speed on that? Yeah, that's fine. Boom. Okay, we're going to have a bridge going over here. Now, I just wonder whether this will naturally give us an okay bridge. So, if we drop this down, it's lifting the other end. That's kind of interesting. And weird. That's pressing the okay. That's pressing the M key going up, and then this is pressing the N key. It starts to go down and then goes up. That's one freaking weird thing. All right. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to put that back in again. Just for a sec. So, we're coming out to here. So that would be there. See, we're kind of coming up here. If I drop this... No, that's maxed down anyway. You know what? Let's put that in. I'm just going to use that as actually as a marker. And see, this track's going up here. And then it's got to go abruptly down, which is not a good thing. So we'll maybe take it back to about here. And we'll relay that so it's a bit smoother. Boom, boom. Get rid of this fire duct. And that bit. And then what we'll do is we'll take our track from there, link it into there, and see what it does. Oh, and surprise, surprise, it's freaking way better. Way, way, way better. So now you're curving around and then curving that way, which is... Yeah, it's a little bit weird. Let's do it the other way. Let's come out from there. I mean, it shouldn't really make any difference, but apparently it does. Let's hook it up and see. Let me hook you up to there. Now, what are you upset about? Upset about these lines. Okay, well, if we raise you up a little bit, 1, 2, 3. So it's coming across here. So there. That is the point that we want. Right there. Okay. So about there. Yep. Taking it. And then we'll sort it out afterwards. Right, so from you, then we're going to try and go across here and link you into... Is it that one? I think it's that one, isn't it? Where's the other track? Yeah, it's on this side, so that's right. Okay, so you're going across there. Yeah, we do want a bridge going across this bit, but I don't really want a bridge going all the way across here. So... So what we'll do, get our terrain tool up and do that. Okay, right, let's try putting that track in again. On the second one, won't we? Yep. I should have come a bit further. Because that's kind of nice, but... Well, either that, or I take this the terrain down a little bit on this side, which I actually think might not be a bad idea. Yeah, go on, let's do that. So let's take you back a bit. Not a lot, just a bit. And then lower terrain, like that. And we'll smooth it off a little bit so that it's not too brutal. And you lower you down nicely. Way better, I think. Does that need to come in a fraction? Doesn't it? There we go. Alright, I think we've got it. I think we've got our bridge. So you go into that one. Right, so look. How do you look? How do you look? Oh, looks nice. Looks very nice. What do you think? That's pretty sweet, isn't it? Oh, I like that. Right, we'll take that. Where's the button? There we go. There's the little green button. Right, come back round here. Where the hell's the other track? There it is. Right. So you hook up to there. You come across here, and then we've got a nice 4-track bridge going across here, which is pretty sweet. You come over there. Let me just check that I got those connections right. Yeah, I did. Felt like I didn't, but apparently I did. So you come all the way up here to... Where's the station? The station's there, so we want to come up to probably about... Okay, well that's as far as we can go, so we'll go up to there. And this one to the same place. Which is to there. Alright. Terrain, smoothing. Along there and along there. How are we doing? I've only got it on medium, haven't I? Let's put it on high. There we go. How are you doing? Not doing a lot, are you? Really? There we go. Now it's coming up a bit. There we go. Same on this side. Just take the worst of it out. There we go. Right, now. We want you to come from here out, doing at least 100. Yep, that'll do. 170 up. Oh, seriously? Okay, you'll do that. You know what? Yeah, we'll live with it. We'll live with it. Does that want to go one click more? Or is that right? I can't tell if that's level or not. No, it's there. There we go. Alright, so hook you up. See, now it's not complaining about the terrain. It's weird, isn't it? Right, boom. So all we've got to do is signals, trains, all of that nonsense. Right, not a problem. So we want signal just about there and just about there before they come into here, and then so there, 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 and there. Now, imagine when I was doing that Mega Halo and putting 8 of those in. It took a while. You know what? Before I do this, let me just tidy this up because it's all a bit messy. So let's have a bit of a tidy up. And get rid of you, and sort that out. We'll leave a little here. Nah, it's kind of silly having that cutting there. Let's just smooth that off. And there. And there. And that one as well. There we go. Gonna need a lot of going to need to add a lot of trees around here to make this look a bit nicer. Because it's all a bit barren at the moment around here. It's not a whole lot of stuff around here. It's much more interesting when you've got some trees and stuff, so be a lot of that going on. It's a nice view down to the city, isn't it? Big mountain in the background, you got another city over there. It's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. The cities in the distance, don't they look good? I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it probably many times in the future, but the cities in the distance just look fantastic. I mean, they look like real cities. You've got to give them that. Right, what are we doing next? Oh, yeah, I was putting signals in, wasn't I? Let's put a few more signals in. So, there, and there. Oh, man. I am loving this build. It's just getting more and more awesome all the time. The whole Halo idea and the whole Mega Halo idea was just awesome. Okay, let's put the signals in on this end first. So let's see. I want signals about there and come on, go in. Okay, well there it is then. Right, so if we're going to put them there, we want them kind of just before we go into the tunnel, I suppose. So signal there, and there, which makes that slightly long. So I should have put those signals just over there, really. God, am I really going to be that fussy? Yeah, apparently I am. So there, and there, and am I going to take? You know, I'm just going to leave the others in there. It doesn't hurt having too many. It hurts having too few. Okay, we do need to put that bit of road in, don't we? Yes, we do, because otherwise it wouldn't freaking work. That wouldn't be good. This whole thing's going to have to be brought down a little bit, but that I can do offline. But it's just this little bit where the road's going to go that I want to be relatively smooth, because it's a bit brutal at the moment. You're going to come down at all. Just brought it down a little bit. Are you going to come down any more? No. If anything, I think it's raising it up. Okay, tell you what we'll do. To get the most gentle slope that we can get, let's take that back. And what do we want? We only want a small. I mean, we only need a small country road coming down here, but a small country road I don't think looks good enough. So we'll put in a medium, I suppose. Yeah. Could you? You won't quite connect to that. It's a shame. All right, let's bring it down like that, then I guess. And then into there. There we go. And that's not too bad. I could live with that. It's a little bit steep there. I don't know. I should probably have made that a little bit smoother, but I don't know. It's something I can play around with offline. So let's just have a bit of a smooth. Bring this down over this side. And again, I'm not gonna faff around with it too much. I can play around with it offline. And I love spending hours doing stupid things like this, just messing around with the terrain and putting in trees and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes it's nice to just kind of switch your brain off and just kind of do like relatively tedious stuff, but it's very kind of relaxing, you know. Let's bring it down a little bit. I see. I was getting into the groove then. I was getting into the zone. My brain was switching off, and I was like, "Yeah, just enjoy it." Right. What are we doing now? Now we're going to sort the lines out, aren't we? Yes, we are, and the trains and all that kind of stuff. So this is the Premier 2 Caton fuel line. Hooray! And you run from Premier 2 Caton transfer to a station that doesn't exist. So let's put add station. Cha-ching. All right, cool. Now we want a second line going into here. So let's have second line, new line, go away. All right, so this is going to be Premier 2 Caton Fuel 1. And I suppose, well, yeah, I suppose I need to change it. It should be Honkelbriff Fuel 1. And this is going to be Honkelbriff Fuel. Oh, the right one. This is going to be Honkelbriff Fuel 2. So TF Honkelbriff Fuel 2. Boom. Right. And you are going to go from Premier 2 Caton transfer. Boom. To there. Now, you didn't go in. Well, you're not showing. Ah, because you're on... are you under that one? I think you maybe are. Right, so we need to force it onto the right lines. So what we'll do is we'll say, let's see, which is Premier 2 Kate and Transfer? This is Premier 2 Kate and Transfer. So after the freight station, oh, I didn't put the blooming stations in. That's why it didn't go in, you idiot. So you're going to go from Premier 2 Kate to there. There we go. Cool. So we just want to lock them in place again. So let's see. This is Premier 2 Kate and Transfer. So after the freight station, we want you to go through that signal. That's you locked. And then you, same thing. You are going to go through that one. Right, now they're locked in place. Now, what that does mean is that that train is on the wrong line. So, oh, and there's only one train. Okay, well, that's easy. So you are going to be switched to TF Honkerbrief Fuel 2. Cool. Get rid of that and go back to overview for that. Right, so we want to replace this train because it's an old one. Quite an old looking train. So we'll go to a 185 with the nice new tank wagons. 1, 2, 3, up to 316, wasn't it? 316. Cha-ching. Replace it 25%. Yes. Cool. That's that done. Right. Now we need to put some other trains on here, and it's just kind of a question of like how many trains are we going to put on. The thing is, I'm putting the 4 trains on there, so I'm thinking to potentially put as many as 6 trains on this line, like right from the beginning. Let me think about that for a second. You know, having thought about it, I think that I'm going to put the full 4 trains on both tracks. Am I going to have 4 trains? Yeah, I think we can manage 4 trains on those. So let's see, we've got nothing on that. We've got 1 on that, which is already being replaced, isn't it? Yes, it is. 25%. Yes. Okay, so let's bring those up so I get this the right way round. We want a depot. Where am I going to do the depot? I suppose we'll do the depot. Let's do the depot over here going into... Oh, that's a bit steep going up there. We want this ideally on a flat bit. About somewhere around here. Yeah, somewhere around here would be good. I'm going to put in 2 depots, I think. 1 on either side. Because it gives you something to look at when the trains are going past and stuff. So we want this to be relatively straight. That's maybe a slightly straighter bit. How steep is that? I'm thinking like the further down, probably the flatter it is. So maybe just in front of these signals here. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. In which case, let's just smooth this off on each side a little bit, so that they go in fairly nicely. Let's bring that down a touch there. There we go. How does that look? Yeah, it looks alright. So let's get what was I doing? Depots. Yeah. Flip you around like that, and that actually looks. Yeah, it's very difficult to tell whether that's straight or not. I think it needs to come around like that a bit. Oh, now we want this to be, say, about there, and then on the other side. Maybe there. Oh, come on, go down a touch. Go down a touch. Damn you. That's got to go down a little bit. It's too high. So let's get the lower terrain. Let's do it on medium and just a quick swipe, followed by a little level. There we go. See if that goes in a bit better now. Yeah, that's way better. Way better. About there. Back a tiny bit. There. There. Cha-ching. Alright, cool. That isn't bad. That isn't bad. Now, we've got to come up a little bit. That's the only thing. But we'll cope. We'll cope. So, I'm going to run the track out straight to get onto closer to the right level. And that one. Yeah. That should have been pointing in a little bit, shouldn't it, really? But, yeah, we'll cope. We'll cope. So, you need to go onto there. Like that. Cha-ching. You need to cross and go onto that one. Now, where's the little... Is there a little box? If there is, I can't see it, so... No, can't see it. So we'll just put it in, I don't know, there. That'll do for me. Okay, so let's get some trains rocking and rolling. What do we want? Going on to the red line, this is the red line, we want 4 vehicles. So we're going to have buy trains. Class 185s with a whole load of these. Let's move that over there. Up to 316. Cha-ching. And we want 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you are going on to TF Honkelbriff Fuel 1. Boom. And then from this one, buy trains. Class 185 with a load of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 316. And we want 3 of those because we've already got 1 on here. And set line TF Honkelbriff Fuel 2. Cha-ching. Alrighty. Man, we are making some serious progress. And that's it. That's all done. So now we would only have to do the building materials. Now that's a brand new thing, so I think we can kind of sort of hold off on that.